Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about role-playing games. One of my favourite role-playing games is Star Wars Saga, but I'm going to talk about Star Wars 5e. In fact, Star Wars 5e is one of those games which, much to my surprise, until just recently in the last year or so, I found out about, and I wanted to talk about it for quite a long time. So there are, in fact, 4 free fan-made Star Wars 5e compatible documents that are available. You don't have to pay anything, and they use the Dungeons & Dragons 5e rules. What I will say about it is created by a number of people. So Gilphil and many other people are the creators of Star Wars 5e and their supplements. There is the Star Wars Player's Handbook for 5e, and is 318 pages long, and it has everything that you really need as a player. There's also the Scum and Villainy book, which has 196 pages in the PDF. And this is your monster book and your vehicle book. Then we have the Starships of the Galaxy book, which has 120 pages in the PDF. And this is all about starships. Then we have the Wretched Hives book, and that has 230 pages in the PDF. And this is your Game Master Guide. All the books are professional with an excellent layout and artwork. There are the odd error or mistakes, but generally it's hard to find them unless you look very carefully. The artwork and illustrations are of a high quality with professional colour images, often taken from the internet, but not always. Not all the books have a table of contents, unfortunately, or an index or appendix, and in some cases, or in many cases, they do in fact need to have both the contents page and an index to make it easy to find everything. The books are almost complete and generally have everything that you need. There are 30 Star Wars species to choose from. A species is just a race. There are 10 new Star Wars classes with additional subclasses to select from that are specific to that setting. There are 20 new Star Wars backgrounds that you can select, and there are rules for customizing your background as well, just like you would have with D&D 5e. There is an extensive range of Star Wars weapons, armor, equipment, and upgrades. And when I say this, I can't overstate it enough. There is so much here, more than you would possibly need. There are 65 new Star Wars feats, that's just in the Player's Handbook. And there are more additional feats in other supplements or books that have been released. There are many Star Wars spaceships and vehicles to utilize, including probably even more upgrades for those vehicles than you can possibly imagine. There are specific starship combat rules that are detailed, so it actually explains how to deal with starship combat. There's a lot of force powers for Star Wars in the Player's Handbook that you can use, and there's included, one of these books is a bestiary book. It's a monster manual. And it has different creatures, monsters, robots, aliens, and of course vehicles, but all of that's there. What you need as a game master has been pretty much dedicated to one book, and there are other books that will be very useful to you, but there's a lot of stuff to help you create your Star Wars adventure. There's a huge selection of downtime activities in the Wretched Hives book, and there's a lot of little extras for the Star Wars galaxy and universe. The supplements are amazing for a Star Wars campaign book. For something that was done really as a fan-made project, it's kind of amazing. I've always found it more than impressive. Out of everything out there that has been made by fans, Star Wars 5e is by far one of the most superior products out there. Now, I hope this was useful to you and interesting, and if it was, great. Go down into the description and you will find a link to all of the documents that I've talked about. There's a website for it all. Go find it, try it out. I want to thank Gilphil and all of his contributors have done a fantastic job. I want to thank you for watching and listening. And hey, till next time, maybe try playing some Star Wars and keep rolling those 20s.